Toronto real estate just gave us back-to-back months of rising sales and new listings dropped almost 19%. So if you know what that combination means, well, you already know where this is going. The main numbers are in and sales are up about 6% year over year. That's 2 months in a row now. Meanwhile, new listings are down almost 19%. So if we translate that, sellers sitting on their hands while buyers are starting to show up to the party. And when supply shrinks and demand starts to tick up at the same time, well, that's not a coincidence because that's a market that's starting to flip the script. Now, before anybody gets excited, average price is still down almost 5% year over year. So no, your condo didn't suddenly print money overnight. But here's the thing about year over year numbers is that they're always looking in the rear view mirror. So month over month, well, prices actually ticked up in May. So sales jumped 10% from April, and that's the windshield view, and it looks different. Now, the East End. Neighborhoods in the East End are kind of like the canary in the coal mine right now. Detached homes in some of those areas are selling at 103 to 106% of asking price. That's bidding war territory. So in a market that everybody keeps calling soft, well, either those buyers didn't get the memo or the memo has just become out of date. And downtown condo neighborhoods aren't far behind. I mean, days on market are dropping, sale to list ratios are creeping back up towards 99, 100%. So it's not a screaming hot market by any means, but it's a market that's not really apologizing for itself anymore. Year to date, the city's averaging just over $1 million across all property types. So 2026 overall is still playing catch up, but May was the best month of the year so far for transaction activity. And whatever has been holding people back, well, it's starting to loosen. But condos are still the problem child. 416 average price down 5%, inventory still elevated. So if you own a condo above 700K, I'm not going to lie to you, you're still waiting this one out, but under 550K, those ones are moving faster than the rest of the market. And that's the price point where the math on today's rates actually works. Buyers aren't waiting for rates to drop, but they are shopping where the rates already make sense. And the Bank of Canada held again, 5th time in a row, sitting at 2.25%. But that's energy prices, not people borrowing too much, so the bank's not touching rates over it. The bottom line here is that mid to high 5% mortgages aren't going anywhere. And if you're waiting for 2021 rates, well, just stop because that ship has sailed. It's not coming back. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Everyone's been blaming high rates for the entire slowdown, except rates have been basically flat for 5 straight Bank of Canada meetings now. So if rates aren't moving and sales are still climbing, well, what does that tell you? It tells you that rates were never really the problem. Confidence was. And confidence is the one thing that can shift overnight with absolutely zero warning for reasons that have nothing to do with your mortgage. And markets don't ring a bell when they turn. So one month you've got your pick of listings. The next month you're in a bidding war and wondering, well, what happened? By the time that it's obvious, you've already missed the easy part. So if you've been on the fence this year, buying, selling, whatever, figure out where you actually stand now while you still have room to think about it.